In this video, I'm going to show you how I did an outdoor AZ hive split. This all came about when I was examining a outside AZ hive that I just kind of had sitting around, and a small swarm moved into it. I was checking it out to see if I needed to add some frames, and found out it was mostly empty. I couldn't even find a queen. So I figured, since I have my smoker and everything set up, I'd do a split from another outdoor hive that I have. The hive shown here is a hive that's I captured about 2 months or so ago. It's actually a swarm that I captured from a tree and dropped right into the hive. I haven't opened it up since I captured it a couple months ago, so we'll see what she looks like. If she's fully populated, my plan is to split 2 or 3 frames over into the empty swarm catcher. These swarm catchers are not optimum for holding honeybees for any length of time. The bee space is just not right on the top or bottom. They were only meant to capture swarms and then to transfer within a week or so. So I've opened this up, and what I see is a lot of honeycomb between the top of the frames and the lid. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove a frame and move it over to the other swarm catcher. I'm going to take it out of the center, and I really don't care. As long as it has some eggs on it, I really don't care if it has the queen or not. As long as I leave some eggs in the other hive. Since these are AZ frames, they're actually designed to slip into some frame spacers that are in there. They're a little finicky to get in from the top, as they are actually designed to go in from the sides. But again, this was designed to be a swarm catcher, so I'd catch a swarm and within a week move all the frames into one of my full-sized AZ hives. Okay, with 2 frames moved over, I think what I'm going to do is move a third. So I'll take one of the empty frames. These are waxed foundations where I've added extra wax. I'll take that one and kind of slip it in here. Again, it can be a little finicky. And I'll pull one more of the full brood frames out and move it over. All 3 of these have both capped brood and larvae and some smaller eggs. So the worker bee should be able to create a queen over here. If not, it's not that big a deal. These are extra hives. I'm making them a little smaller so I can move them over to my backup AZ hives, which are only 6 frame hives. I go ahead and fill in the empty slots with some more waxed foundation. I really need to clean some of this honeycomb off the top. I'm going to take a peek at one of the edge frames first. Yeah, and as I thought, almost all the frames they have both resources and brood on all 10 frames. So I bring my smoker in, and I want to get some of these bees off the top so that I can scrape some of this honeycomb off here. Okay, I got something to put the honeycomb in, and I'm going to give it a little more smoke. Get rid of some of the bees. There's no doubt I'm going to get bees mixed into some of this honey. But essentially I'm going to feed most of it back to the bees anyway. So I use one of my hive tools to just start scraping it off and putting it into a container. Alright, let me take a look at the top of this lid here. A lot of honeycomb on top, so what I'm going to do is move it over here where I have some space. I'm going to go get another container so that I can put this honeycomb into it. Continue to scrape all the honeycomb off, put it into the container. Trying to go around the bees a little bit. A few bees are going to get in here. There's not much I can do about that. But like I said, we're going to set it all out and feed it back to the bees. They'll clean it all up. I really shouldn't have let this go this long before doing this. Yeah, looking at this, I think I'm going to have to smoke it a little bit more. Clean some of the bees off so I can get the rest. These bees, going through all this and me taking their honey, they are very docile. I thought it would be a lot more hectic over here. Continue to scrape the honeycomb off. Keep in mind, there is a lot of honey in this comb. So much that it's just oozing all over everything. It's on my gloves, it's on the tool, it's on the lid, it's in the container. And periodically, I go into the bee house with my heated water and clean my gloves, but I think I'm about ready to move the lid over here, so First, let's clean off the honeycomb on this side. And that's pretty much it. I add the lid back on here. My memory card ran out before I could finish, but I just clean the bees off and add the lids, and the split is complete. I'll check back in a couple weeks to see how things are going in both hives. But until next time.